Taurus, stop, do not scroll past this. Because what was discovered about your life, about your body, about the very thing you've been quietly suffering through in silence, is not what you've been told. The doctor, the authority, the voice that said, this is how it is. This is your reality. This is your limitation, has been overturned. 13 days from now, on August the 13th, something cracks open. A door you stopped trying to open. A diagnosis, a verdict, a sentence that was passed over your heart or your mind or your future, and it is being rewritten. And the miracle, it was always free. You just couldn't see it yet. Before I go deeper, tell me in the comments where you are watching from right now. And tap that subscribe button, because what I'm about to pull for you in this reading is not random. You were guided here. Stay with me. You didn't click on this trusted tarot reading by accident. The algorithm didn't just randomly throw this video into your feed while you were mindlessly scrolling. The universe, your higher self, your ancestral guides, they practically orchestrated this exact moment because the energy around you, Taurus, has reached a critical boiling point. You have been carrying a profound heaviness that was never yours to carry. You've been going from pillar to post, trying to find the right answer, the right healer, the right partner, the right combination of words to explain the invisible weight you feel inside. You have felt so deeply, profoundly misunderstood by the world around you. People look at you and they see the classic Taurus archetype, the strong one, the grounded one, the unshakable rock, but they don't see the deep cellular exhaustion in your bones. They don't see how incredibly tired you are of having to constantly explain your own soul, your own emotional pain, your own intrinsic worth. You have been waiting, almost holding your breath for someone, an expert, an authority figure, lover, a friend to finally look at you with clear eyes and say, I see it now, I finally understand. I know you have been feeling this shift in your physical body. The somatic signs have been practically screaming at you for weeks. That persistent tightness in your throat that comes and goes without warning. The sudden, unexplained fatigue that crashes over you right when you think you are finally getting a moment to rest. The way your jaw involuntarily clenches or your neck stiffens when you think about the future or look at your bank account. But over the last 72 hours, something fundamental has shifted in your biology. You might have noticed a strange, almost foreign lightness in your chest. A sudden release of tension in your shoulders that you didn't even realize you had been holding for years. Your physical vessel is actively preparing for a massive energetic download. This medical miracle we are talking about isn't just about a physical chart, lab result, or a doctor's note, though for some of you watching this, a literal health breakthrough is actively manifesting. For the majority of you, this is a spiritual and emotional diagnosis being completely, utterly overturned. The universe is looking at the energetic chart of your life and crossing out the word impossible. It is crossing out too late. It is crossing out broken. You are being completely freed from a prognosis, a limitation, a cycle that was never yours to begin with, and your subconscious mind knows this truth long before your conscious, waking mind can process it. Think about the landscape of your dreams lately. Have you been dreaming of water, not stormy, violent, chaotic water, but deep, clear, profoundly healing water? Or perhaps you've dreamt of shedding heavy clothes, shedding old skin, walking out of a sterile building that felt like a hospital or a prison, and stepping into bright, blinding, golden sunlight. You might have even dreamt of that specific person, the one whose energy we are going to dive into shortly, looking at you with an expression of absolute shock, profound regret, and overwhelming realization. These are not just random firings of a sleeping brain trying to process the day's stress. These are vivid, high-definition previews of your immediate future. Your spirit guides are showing you the outcome before it fully materializes in the physical realm, so that when it finally arrives at your doorstep, you won't be afraid of it. You will recognize it instantly. The intense anticipation you feel right now, that fluttering, electric sensation in your stomach when you think about what is coming next, that is your soul recognizing that the cage door is finally swinging wide open. But here is the catch. And this is why you need to listen to my voice very closely right now. Freedom of this magnitude, liberation this complete, is actually terrifying to the human ego. You have been fighting this specific battle for so long, for so many months or even years, that the struggle itself has become a core part of your identity. Who are you if you are not the one fixing the unfixable? Who are you if the heavy weight you've been carrying is just suddenly, effortlessly gone? There is a deeply buried part of you that is almost afraid to step fully into this miracle, because it requires you to trust that it is real. It requires you to drop the heavy armor you have worn for so long that it feels like your actual skinches. I need you to take a deep, intentional breath right now and let that residual fear wash completely out of your energy field. The anticipation you are feeling is not anxiety. It is the high frequency vibration of a miracle trying to land in your aura. You are standing on the precipice of a massive timeline shift. Everything you have prayed for, cried for, and begged the universe for is condensing into a single, undeniable point of reality. The delay is over. The waiting room is empty. But to understand the full scope of this medical and spiritual miracle, you have to look at the person who has been inadvertently holding the key to your cage. You have to understand the internal reckoning they are going through right at this very second, and why their sudden realization is the catalyst for your ultimate freedom. Let's talk about them. The person whose energy has been tangled up in your nervous system. The one who made you feel like you were crazy, like your needs were too much, like your physical or emotional pain was an inconvenience to their schedule. Right now, as you sit here listening to my voice, they are experiencing profound, almost suffocating internal reckoning. They are waking up in the middle of the night, staring at the ceiling in the dark, with a sudden, crushing weight of realization pressing down on their chest. The illusions they built to protect their own ego, the stories they told themselves to justify their distance or their cruelty, are crumbling into dust. They are remembering your voice. They are remembering the exact moments you tried to explain your pain, your boundaries, your vision for the future, and they dismissed it or minimized it. Now, the universe is forcing them to replay those memories in high definition. But this time, they are feeling the emotional impact of their own dismissiveness. They are realizing that the very thing they tried to control, suppress, or walk away from was actually the source of their own vitality. You see, they thought they were the one holding the power. They thought by withholding their affection, their commitment, or their financial and emotional support, they were keeping you in a state of lack. They believed that without their validation, you would wither. But the spiritual law of reciprocity has just kicked in with absolute precision. The energy they denied you has boomeranged back to them, but not as a punishment, as a mirror. They are looking into that mirror and seeing their own emotional starvation. They are preparing to say something to you, a sentence they have rehearsed in their head 1,000 times, but never had the courage or the clarity to speak. They are realizing that your silence over the last few weeks wasn't you giving up. It was you outgrowing the tiny, suffocating container they tried to put you inches in that terrifies them. It terrifies them because they finally understand that you're healing. Your sudden surge of hope and financial or romantic anticipation has absolutely nothing to do with them anymore. You are becoming whole without their permission. I know that hearing this might bring up a flash of old anger. A part of you wants to say, "Too late, I don't care anymore." Let them suffer in their realization. And that anger is entirely valid. It is the righteous, protective fire of your Taurus spirit guarding your sacred heart. But I need you to soften that edge just for a moment. This reading isn't about giving you the petty satisfaction of their regret. It's about showing you how their internal collapse is the exact energetic mechanism that is freeing you. When they finally drop the illusion, the energetic cord that was draining your life force snaps, you don't need them to apologize for the miracle to happen. Their realization is just the universe doing the heavy lifting of cutting the cord for you, so you don't have to exhaust yourself doing it manually. But to truly understand why this specific medical and spiritual miracle is completely freeing you, we have to talk about the delay. Why did it take so long? Why did you have to endure months, maybe even years, of misdiagnosis, financial stagnation, or romantic purgatory? You have been asking the universe, why is this happening to me? Why am I the only one who sees the truth? The delay was not a punishment, Taurus. The delay was an incubation period. The universe was waiting for the exact astrological and energetic alignment of this August window to deliver this breakthrough. If this miracle had arrived 2 years ago, you would have shared it with people who would have drained it. You would have poured your newfound health, wealth, or love back into the very people who made you sick in the first place. The waiting room of your life was actually a sanctuary. It was a forced quarantine to protect your energy until your vibration was high enough to sustain the blessing. Every time you were rejected, every time a doctor gave you a vague answer, every time a job opportunity fell through at the last minute, Spirit was aggressively protecting your future. They were closing doors that led to dead ends so that you would be standing in the exact right spot when the golden door finally swung open. And now, the context is clear. The person from your past is realizing their mistake precisely because your energy has shifted so drastically that they can no longer access your light. They are feeling the withdrawal of your life force, and it is forcing them into their own dark night of the soul while you step into the dawn. You might be sitting there thinking, but I just want to move on. I don't want to be tethered to their journey anymore. And you aren't. That is the absolute beauty of this specific alignment. You are completely untethering. But before I reveal the exact nature of the miracle that is landing in your lap, and before I tell you the specific action you need to take to lock this energy in, I need to ask you to do something for our community here at Trusted Tarot. If this message is resonating deep within your soul, if you feel that electric hum of truth in your body, I want you to pause and subscribe to the channel right now. Claim this space. Join this collective of awakened souls who refuse to settle for the illusions of the 3D world. By subscribing, you are signaling to the algorithm of the universe that you are ready for more high-frequency transmissions. You are anchoring this healing energy into your digital and spiritual footprint, telling the universe that you are ready to receive. Now take a deep breath and center yourself back into your physical body. Feel the ground beneath your feet. The reason I am delaying the final reveal, the reason I am making you sit in this space of intense anticipation, is because your nervous system needs to be fully regulated to receive the magnitude of what is coming. If I just blurted out the outcome, your logical mind would try to dissect it, doubt it, or figure out how it's going to happen. But miracles do not happen in the how. They happen in the now. The medical miracle, the financial windfall, the romantic homecoming, it is entirely free because it requires zero striving from you. It only requires your absolute, unshakable receptivity. You have spent your entire life working so hard for every single crumb of validation, every ounce of healing, every dollar in your bank account. You are Taurus, you know the deep value of hard work, of building things brick by brick, of earning your keep. But this next chapter of your life is not about building. It is about receiving. It is about stepping into the effortless flow of grace. The person who hurt you is learning the hard way that grace cannot be controlled. And you are about to learn the beautiful, terrifying truth that grace cannot be earned either. It can only be accepted. The miracle is completely free, but the cost of receiving it is your willingness to finally let go of the identity of the struggler. As this massive wave of liberation approaches your shoreline, I need to give you a very specific, very crucial piece of spiritual guidance. This is your warning layer, Taurus, and you must listen to me very carefully. When a miracle is completely free, when it requires absolutely zero striving, zero begging, and zero forcing from you, the human ego inherently panics. Your nervous system is so deeply accustomed to the friction of struggle that, when the friction suddenly disappears, your brain interprets the piece as a threat. You might find yourself looking for the catch. When the medical results come back completely clear, when that unexpected financial deposit hits your bank account, when that specific person finally reaches out with the exact words you've been starving to hear, your immediate instinct will be to react defensively. You will want to cross your arms, you will want to bring up the past, you will want to say, "Where were you when I needed you?" Or, "Why is this happening only now?" Do not do this. I am asking you to pause. Do not let the old, unhealed pain distort the purity of this new message. If you react from the wounded, abandoned child inside of you, you will accidentally push the miracle right back out the door. You must receive this clearly, not defensively. The intensity of this blessing is going to feel overwhelming, almost too good to be true, and your heart might race, your palms might sweat, and your mind might try to rationalize it away. But you must train your physical body to sit in the discomfort of being deeply, profoundly loved and supported by the universe. Let the truth of it wash over you without trying to dissect it, control it, or push it away. You are stepping out of the battlefield and into the sanctuary. The armor you wore to survive the last few years is now too heavy for the new world you are entering. You have to let it clatter to the floor, and you have to understand exactly why this is happening right now, in this exact divine window of mid-August 2026. You've been wondering why the breakthrough didn't happen in the spring, why it didn't happen last year when you were crying on your bathroom floor, begging the universe for a single undeniable sign. The timing of the divine is never early, and it is never late. It is perfectly, mathematically, spiritually precise. This specific window, right around the 13th of August, is energetically ripened. The cosmic weather, echoing the lingering high-frequency energies of the Lion's Gate portal, has been slowly dismantling the old restrictive structures in your life. The universe has been forcing you to shed the skin of the martyr, the provider, the one who sacrifices their own joy to keep everyone else comfortable. The silence you endured over the last few months was not an empty void. It was a sacred incubation chamber. You were being kept in the dark so that your spiritual roots could grow deep enough to hold the massive canopy of blessings that is about to bloom above you. Every time you chose silence over arguing, every time you chose to walk away from a toxic dynamic instead of fighting for a place at a table that was too small for you, you were accumulating spiritual currency. And now, the universe is cashing it out in full. This is the direct result of your internal change. The external world, the doctors, the bank accounts, the romantic prospects is simply mirroring the massive, tectonic shift that has already happened inside your own soul. You didn't just wait for this moment. You actively alchemized it through your absolute refusal to lower your vibration. The delay was the universe's way of protecting your future miracle from your past toxic patterns. If this had arrived before you were ready, you would have sabotaged it. But you are ready now. The energetic ripening is complete and the harvest is here. I know how incredibly heavy it has been to get to this point. I need to speak directly to that quiet, hidden part of you that is just so utterly, profoundly exhausted. The part of you that smiles for your friends, shows up perfectly at your career, and holds it all together for your family, but secretly collapses the moment you close your bedroom door and turn off the light. I see the deep, aching confusion you felt when your fierce Taurus loyalty was met with careless betrayal. I feel the profound disappointment of watching other people seem to get the easy path while you felt like you had to fight for every single breath of fresh air, every ounce of financial stability, every drop of romantic affection. You have carried the weight of the world on your shoulders for so long that you forgot what it feels like to simply be held. You paid for things you shouldn't have. You gave second chances that weren't deserved. You loved people who only knew how to take. So let me hold you right now. Through this screen, through this audio, through this energetic transmission from Trusted Tarot, I am wrapping you in a blanket of absolute, unconditional spiritual safety. You are seen, you are known. You are so deeply cherished by the divine. It is safe to put the armor down now. The war is over. You do not have to fight for your healing. You do not have to fight for your career advancement. And you certainly do not have to fight for love anymore. The fighting phase of your life is officially closing, making way for the receiving phase. Breathe that inches. Let your shoulders drop away from your ears. Let your jaw unclench. Let the tears fall if they need to, because those are not tears of sadness. They are the physical release of years of stored survival energy leaving your cellular memory. The miracle is here. It is completely free, and it is entirely yours to claim. This is the moment the veil drops completely, Taurus. This is the exact second the final puzzle piece locks into place, and the true nature of this medical and spiritual miracle is finally revealed to your waking mind. The diagnosis that is completely freeing you, the miraculous all-clear you are receiving from the ultimate authority of the universe, is the spontaneous remission of your energetic allergy to your own life. For years, your physical body, your bank account, and your romantic life have been reacting to the toxicity of your environment as if it were a pathogen. You were quite literally allergic to the hustle, allergic to the people-pleasing, allergic to shrinking yourself to fit into rooms that were never built for your magnitude. The exhaustion, the brain fog, the financial ceilings, the recurring arguments with that specific person that was your spirit rejecting a reality that was too small for your soul. And now, the ultimate physician, the divine architect of your timeline, is looking at your chart and declaring you completely, miraculously cured of the struggle. You are being freed from the obligation to suffer. Because you are an earth sign, ruled by Venus, your spiritual awakening must always manifest in the tangible, material world. This internal clearing is about to trigger an absolute avalanche of external abundance. As your nervous system finally registers that it is safe to relax, your throat chakra, the energetic center of Taurus, widens open. And when a Taurus throat chakra opens, the physical world has no choice but to bend to their voice. In your career, this means the sudden, undeniable recognition of your worth. The projects you have been quietly carrying, the ideas you have been nurturing in the background, are about to be thrust into the spotlight. But this time, you are not doing the heavy lifting alone. The universe is sending collaborators, mentors, and financial windfalls to do the heavy lifting for you. Money is going to start flowing to you in ways that feel almost suspiciously easy. You will receive unexpected deposits, sudden refunds, or lucrative offers that require zero begging and zero over-explaining. The financial anxiety that has been sitting like a stone in your gut is dissolving, replaced by the deep, luxurious knowing that you are profoundly provided for. And then there is the love. The romantic culmination of this miracle is perhaps the most beautiful part of your new timeline. Remember that person we talked about, the one currently drowning in their own regret, realizing the magnitude of what they dismissed. As you step fully into this cleared, healed, abundant version of yourself, your energetic signature becomes blindingly bright. They are going to feel the shift. They are going to reach out. They are going to offer the apology, the commitment, or the explanation you once thought you would die without hearing. But here is the ultimate miracle, Taurus. When they finally offer it to you, you will realize you no longer need it to feel whole. The desperate, clawing hunger for their validation will be gone. You will look at them not with anger, not with bitterness, but with a calm, grounded, unshakable peace. If they are meant to walk beside you in this new elevated timeline, they will have to meet you at this new frequency as an absolute equal. If they cannot, you will simply and gracefully watch them fade away, feeling nothing but gratitude for the space they left behind for your true counterpart to enter. You are completely free from the trauma bond. You are completely free from the anxiety of the unknown. This is what it means to be completely freed. It is not just the absence of pain, it is the profound, luxurious presence of peace. You are stepping into your true Venusian power. Imagine your life 6 months from now. Imagine waking up in a space that feels deeply, intrinsically like yours. The sunlight is streaming through the windows, your body feels light, vibrant, and deeply rested. You look at your phone and see messages of love, respect, and opportunity. You look at your bank account and see a cushion of wealth that protects you. You take a deep breath, and for the first time in your adult life, there is no tightness in your chest. There is no looming dread about the future. There is only the sweet, intoxicating nectar of the present moment. This is not fantasy. This is a memory of your future, echoing back to you right now to pull you forward. The universe is rushing to meet you in this vision, but you must walk toward it with your head held high. As we close this sacred space, I want you to take one final, deep breath in through your nose, filling your lungs with this golden, healing light. Hold it at the top for just a second, letting it permeate every single cell, every strand of DNA, every corner of your mind. And now, exhale slowly through your mouth, releasing the last remnants of the old timeline, the old identity, the old struggles. Let it all blow away like dust in the wind. You are clean, you are clear, you are entirely free. The miracle has already been signed, sealed, and delivered to your energetic doorstep. All you have to do is open the door and walk through. If this reading found you at the exact right moment, if you felt that deep, resonant click of truth in your soul today, I need you to anchor this energy into the physical realm right now. Go down to the comments and type the word miracle in all capital letters. Claim it, declare it to the universe. By writing it down, you are signing the spiritual contract that says you are ready to receive. Make sure you are subscribed to Trusted Tarot so you do not miss the next transmission. And if you know another Taurus or an Earth sign friend who has been struggling, share this video with them. Be the vessel that delivers their miracle today. Thank you for trusting me with your energy. Thank you for staying open to the unknown. And remember, the struggle is over. Your season of effortless grace has officially begun.